Hey guys, I am here today in Stonehouse going to see the guys from WonderZoo. So I'm about to meet up with Chi and Slane. Now I've seen these guys a few times at different networking events and speaking events, which has been brilliant, and we've kind of connected a little bit, but actually I don't know exactly everything that they have to offer. So I know that WonderZoo is all about community. It's a group of people that are creatives, that are writers, and they tell stories through poetry and performance and spoken word. I know that much, but I don't know everything that entails. So it's actually going to be really exciting for me today to dig a bit deeper and find out more about what these guys have to offer. So yeah, I'm really excited. Hey guys, thank you so much for having me over today. I'm really interested and looking forward to finding out a little bit more about what you guys offer. So what's the name of your organisation and whereabouts can we find you?
So you can check out our website, it's wonderzoo.org, or you can contact us by email at wonderzooarts@gmail.com, or if you want to send us a private message, you can find us on Facebook. My name's Chi Bennett, Chibennett, or Slane McGough-Davy. So I think we're the only ones on the planet with those names, so it'd be easy to find us.
And how long has WonderZoo been running?
10 years, but in different names and different forms, but only since 2019 as a proper company, as a CIC, but we're also a Plymouth social enterprise as well.
Can you tell us a little bit more about WonderZoo? What's the core message? What are the values? And how do you benefit the community?
We're all about making the world a better place through the work that we do, and our core themes are storytelling, community and collaboration, so everything that we do involves that in some sort of way. Storytelling could be a creative workshop where people get to talk and share their stories with each other, or it could be a performance event where people perform their music or perform their poetry, spoken word theatre, things like that, even photography and film come into it.
Yeah, WonderZoo's mainly from day one has always been steeped in spoken word theatre and performance, and over the years our events have kind of like merged to become more cabaret based, and also like we've emerged to do a lot of festivals now and support local stuff like the Union Street Pie, the Respect Festival, anything like that, or Pride in Plymouth, anything that's coming along we will support. We have and then there's the history side that we do, which is about telling stories of people that have not been told. So we work a lot with other communities that haven't had their stories told yet, and so we're looking to tell those stories, get those stories out there, and also tell other communities that don't always get prominently featured, and say, hey, this is a city full of many cultures, and we're all about that, bringing many cultures together, and say there's a place for everybody, and that's kind of one of our values.
Yeah, we're running two big projects at the moment funded by the National Lottery, and one is called Celebrate Respect, which is all about highlighting the Respect Festival, and the co-founder Anne Wilkinson as a black woman in Plymouth,
and Dan Thompson,
and the other co-founder Dan Thompson, and the work they did over the years to make changes in Plymouth in terms of racial equality. And the second project that we've taken on, which is run by Rachel Hawadi and Jackie Watcher, is all about highlighting people from a global majority backgrounds who've done great things in Plymouth but have never been really sort of celebrated.
And beyond that, we're looking to create a new organisation that will be housing all those kind of projects under one, as well as WonderZoo, because one of the key themes that we're interested in is that we're activists as well. So we believe that the world should change, and we believe that the world should be about everyone coming together to make a better world in harmony with one another. And so what we like to do is, if we can put a smile on someone's face, or if we can tell a story, and if it means that someone makes them happy, then that's, to me, the beginning of a better world.
I thought that was really powerful, guys. Really great information. Why would you say that you started your journey?
I was a student in a city, and I love spoken word and stuff like that. And I started going out and visiting things and events without saying no names. And I just thought, hang on a minute, everything's white and it's all men. And I'm a man, I'm a white person. But I thought things could do better than that. So the journey was to give women at the beginning of WonderZoo a platform to be able to express themselves and be involved in an organisation and to have ownership. So the idea was to change that narrative on the landscape. And the second thing was to bring more people in from the Pride family. And then the third thing was there's global majority people in the city as well. They got a right to join in and be part of something. So our journey has always been about bringing people together and saying everybody's got a right to perform, everyone's got a right to be part of an organisation. And I want to see changes in this city that we live in where people are not excluded because of their colour or not excluded because of their sexuality or their faith. It's more like, I love this city and I want to see this city become a better city. It can only become a better city if we make those changes to include everyone.
Yeah, prior to meeting Slane, I was doing my own art at home. I was a mum with 2 children up in Whitley. I was doing a lot of art and writing and trying to get it out there through social media. And someone who Slane was living with at the time saw my stuff on Facebook, and she asked me if I wanted to be featured in her magazine that she was making. And the launch was at a WonderZoo gig. So I got my stuff put in our magazine and went to the launch, and that's how I met Slane. And we met and we just realised we've got loads in common because we're both very into the arts and sort of like wanted to build like an artistic community where people could, you know, basically support each other and shine together, you know, that sort of thing.
And WonderZoo did start off as like spoken word, but it's not that anymore. It's more a multi-platform now of culture and arts, but also historical projects and also outreach programs to help people and support people.
So we do lots of things within the community, and that's Stonehouse as well as further afield like Nutley and town. So we do it at the Union Corner on Union Street twice a month. We do a vinyl lounge, which is basically community comes together. It's free of charge. People can have vegan soup, tea and biscuits, things like that. Play board games, listen to classic albums on vinyl, socialise, make new friends, and we've been doing that for about 2 years now, since 2021. And we also do different gigs. So basically, if you want to keep track of what we're up to, the best thing to do is go check out our Facebook page, WonderZoo Arts, and we always put our events up. So that could be gigs or it could be festivals, things like that. We do a history group as well that we do once a month at the Oasis Project on Manor Street, and that's basically where history enthusiasts or people who are running projects can come and share their work or share their interests with the community, and that's been a regular thing now for about a year. That's been quite enriching for the community because they get to learn lots about local Plymouth history and different things that are happening around the city. What else do we do?
We do art making classes, zine making classes. I do a radio show on Monday with Omrin Radio, really good organisation that support people. So I do it's called Dimensions in Vinyl, so it's only vinyl only, and that's normally like electronica, hip hop, ska, soul, blue beat, that kind of stuff that I play. And so that's like 7 to 9 on a Monday, so we do that.
We do a film night as well.
Film night at the Oasis.
Yeah, so that is, we try to do it monthly, but it's a bit more sporadic than that. But we do that. We were doing it at the Union Corner, but we're going to start doing that at the Oasis projects as well. And
we do loads of stuff, like we do a lot of pop-up theatre, and that ain't always in Plymouth. So like I've gone to London, or we've gone to other festivals elsewhere to pitch stuff on. So it's not always just Plymouth, but majority stuff's Plymouth. But we do go elsewhere, and part of our future is also to go elsewhere as well. Do you mean? So we do an event called the Storyteller. It's 3 years in a row now, and the idea, it's quite small at the moment, it's been growing. The idea is to do it in intimate places using comedy and performance. It's dominated around the idea of performance. The festival will go bigger next year, and what we're looking at is creating Plymouth's first Edinburgh style fringe festival in Plymouth. And by the way, I don't just want it in gig venues or eventually maybe the Theatre Royal or places like I want it to be in toilets, I want it to be in KFC, I want it to be in McDonald's, I want it to be in a car. And one of the things we're going to do next year is I'm going to do a performance in a canoe for it. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we've been supported a lot by Plymouth Octopus Project. So I'd just like to mention that they funded us for the past 3 years to run this festival. And it's very community grassroots orientated, where basically we get them funding and we find people to run events and we pay them, and they design the events as they want.
Yeah.
And they can pay people as they want. We basically trust them and give them the freedom to design it as they want, so that they start learning how to run events, and we're there to nurture these new producers, young people, to take on the responsibilities, and then they can become sort of like event producers and go off and do their own thing with a bit of our sort of support.
And the other thing we're doing this year is that we're theming the year. It was called the History Festival, but it's now called the Plymouth Community History Festival at the Box, and so it's 6 days. but there's fringe events before that on the first week, fringe events after that. It links into with DBI running it with Black History Month, and there's also going to be some films later on added on for Black History films.
So it starts on the 30th of September, and there's going to be a day-long opening event at the box where there'll be the DBI Bazaar, so that's going to be food stalls and music outside the box, but there's also going to be things happening inside the box that day, such as opening speeches and performances in the Active Archives area. And there's going to be lots of different exhibitions in the Active Archives area as well, showing things like the history of Plymouth Social Enterprise Network, Celebrate Respect project, the Hidden Figures project. We've also got Jimmy Peters, one of his England caps, coming down from Twickenham, which is going to be displayed within the box, and that's all down to Rachel Hawadi, who organised that from the Hidden Figures project.
And the thing about this history festival, what's really good about it, prior to this happening this year, they'd never really been an inclusive festival, and we wanted to create an inclusive festival for all communities, and so that is hopefully going to be what we're doing this year, is the blueprint for how festivals should be in this city.
Yeah, so there's going to be talks by the people who ran the Jack Leslie campaign, for example, and they're going to be talking about the book that Matt Tiller's written about Jack Leslie, the history of how it all happened. The Lion That Never Roared is his book, and there's going to be talks from people like coming up from London. We've got people who have created a mixed race website about the history of mixed race Britain, different things like that, and someone who's written a book about brown babies that have come from Cornwall, Devon, with like the GIs from America during the Second World War, creating mixed race children. So yeah, really interesting talks from London as well as from Plymouth, and it's going to be amazing.
And amazingly, we're going to have lots of food and African entertainment
on the 6th of October.
On 6th of October, yeah,
so that's
closing
event.
Jabalani, yeah,
with proverbs and storytelling and things like that.
And it's a really big thing for us, because it's a bit of an icing on the cake for me, because this is like us saying that things have to change, and things can't stay static, and it means everybody from all cultures can work together. That's the theme behind it all, behind everything we do.
Guys, thanks so much for sharing so much information. I find it really inspiring. It definitely gets my creative juices flowing, because it's everything that I'm about: inclusivity, making more inclusive spaces for lots of different diverse communities. That's the whole foundation of why I started my social enterprise. It's all about community, building relationships, making something that's a little bit different. Every fitness session I used to go to was very samey. It was the same demographic of people. Everybody was able-bodied. And I just wanted to create something that was different, that had a social purpose, that looks at the whole person and makes people smile. So everything that you said was kind of like giving me goosebumps, if I'm honest. As you know, everybody knows, performance, spoken word, it's all very close to my heart. It's all things that I'm interested in. So I'm so excited to get involved, and I'm already geared up for a load of the events that are coming up in September, October. And then, yeah, I'll be signing up for November, December as well. So really, really, thank you so much. And I know you guys haven't been to a Club Combat session yet, but again, it's about bringing communities together, building those relationships. So do you think you guys might be interested in trying a session?
Yeah, be up for it.
I've been looking for something like that for a while, actually, so I'm quite interested.
And I'm always looking for new places to do weird performances.
Yeah,
so I'd have to do a weird performance with what you do.
Love it.
To make it happen.
We will definitely.
I used to do mixed martial arts, so
maybe we could do like a.
This is all new information.
Maybe we could do a martial arts thing, storytelling next year. With me doing some performance where you're all like.
I'm up for it. Look what happens when you get 3 creatives in a room. Anything can happen. So yeah, thank you, and I'm really looking forward to what we can build going forward. So thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye.